I don't know who they is. I'm still trying to figure out where they come from. But when you go to talking about getting involved and doing certain things need to be done, you always hear a lot of people say, they need to take care of themselves. They need to do this. And I'm still trying to figure out who they are. And because what I heard Mr. Love say that I really, really like, and I will be talking to him myself later on, is he kept saying, I'm doing this and I'm going to do that. Sometimes you have to start, even if you have to start by yourself. Mm-hmm. A lot of times we want to try to get a whole lot of people on board before we make any kind of moves, even if the move is going to be positive. And when you try to get an idea out there, you throw it out there to a few people and you get some negative feedback, sometimes things happen that you just don't do anything. You become inactive. Even though the idea you had is a positive one. But the one thing I heard my brother kept saying was, well, I am going to do this and I am doing that. You know, that's what we really need. People need to say, well, what can I do? Mm-hmm. It may not be a lot, but doing something is better than doing nothing.
That's right.
And as it said, sometimes we sit down on our couches and become inactive because we don't think that we can make an impact. But unless you do something, nothing will get done. And then we'll always say, they need to go downtown and do this. They need to talk to the mayor. They need to get on the police department. Don't you realize they is you? So what we need to do is take they and run them out of town and bring active into town to begin to do something. Now I don't want to say that, and I want to correct myself from what I said that if I said that a lot of the homes now being run by all females, and I want to say to you, Brother Pastor, if I said that, I correct myself because I do know that there are some single fathers out there, and God bless them. God bless them for taking that responsibility. But you find a lot more of the homes, there are a lot more predominantly females trying to raise a son. And as my brother said, he wished he had his daddy around to document plays because I can say that I was blessed that if I ever thought about raising my hand to my mother, when I did wake up, I realized I was glad that on the line I had a daddy there to let me know this is not going to happen in my house. Now, the one thing that my father used to say, and I still say it today, is being the head of my own home, as long as you're in my house. And this is what we is, and I got to say this, as particularly a black family, a strong male in the house is needed. Yes. Is very much needed. Amen. Sometimes things don't work out, but if he gets still a positive force in his son or his children's life, it's going to make a difference. It takes more to just be a dad. A lot of people can become a dad, but you need to be a father. Amen. And my father's rule was, as long as you're in my house, I'm the king of this castle. I'm the king of this castle. And when he had to lay down the law, he had to lay the law down. What happens with our children nowadays is that the mother sometimes, because of that motherly love, she can't put the discipline down that needs to be put down. Now, I was probably one of those very few gifted children that had a mother that could put it down when she needed to put it down. Amen. But she can't do it by herself. My main thing, what I'm trying to get to is that as long as they is in our vocabulary, a lot of things won't get done. And until we as a community can get they out of the way, because I hear it so much. They. I'm so sick of hearing about they. When you can do something, you need to begin to say, what can I do. And the one thing I want to elaborate on what my brother did say is that each and every one of us in this room, we all have an individual gift. Something that we can bring to the table. And me, I'm like to work behind the scenes if I can. There are some of us who like to get out front. The only reason I'm here is because I was asked to be here. Other than that, I would like to sit out and listen. But when I'm there, I'll take my responsibility. I'll do what I have to do if asked. This is what we need now. And when we do, like some of these young men that my brother was talking about, they do have a complex sometimes when it comes to authority, like the clergy or the police department. But I do my best. Those that have come to know me, I do my best to try to have an open mind, make myself where you can approach me. I can come to your level. I haven't always been a pastor because I grew up on the streets myself. I know what the streets can do to you. But as I said, when you have a grounded, rooted family that keeps you rooted in church. In church. A lot of people, they stray away from that because they think that church is boring. But let me tell you something. As long as you got the Lord in your life, you have a good chance right there. A lot of families, they don't have it. They don't have it. I'm just going to be honest. Now, action from the parents, you stop asking your child, do they want to come? Bring your child to church. Because as long as they live in your home, you stop asking. You got to get back to letting them know who is the king and who is the queen. And a lot of that will alleviate a lot of stuff. Stop asking the child. You're the adult. You're the parent. Stop asking the child. You start telling the child who's in charge and what they're going to do. Now, when they get to a point, and I'm going to leave it at this, I'm going to leave it at this. When you get to the point that you are trying to be a friend to your child, you need to check yourself. Never, ever get there. If you want action, take action. Take action first in your home. The church is there to help. The community is there to help.